So Ida Alisha has come out, and I think now this is like the second or third time. There's a time where this babe went on her YouTube page and she told this entire story from scratch, and that was before she announced that after relocating to US of A, she had gone there and she remarried and all that stuff. I don't even know how that is going, but anyway, she sat down with one Lingugi, and she told the story about her abusive ex-husband. And that wedding, by the way, was showcased on the wedding show at some point. It was one of the biggest weddings. We legit thought that at that point she had relocated out of the States or something like that, and she was just young. She was 21. She was ecstatic. She was doing so well in that show, Mother-in-Law. And we never would have guessed that anything half as tragic as what happened to her in her marriage was even the truth. So anyway, she finally gathered the courage, and I think this time she has told the story in full. And it's honestly, it is one of the most tragic things to happen to anybody. So one, in a nutshell, of course, before I go ahead and play the clips, is she says this man was just naturally an asshole. He was naturally abusive, and then the church accommodated it. And the fact that she was a public figure, there was no way in hell she was going to let or air out her dirty linen in public.
Like, I find us tunakorifishana kila saa nikimuuliza kitu nafaa kuwa nikimuuliza because where were you? That's a genuine question. I need to know where you're. My husband, we live together. How are you going to tell me you slept? Alafu mwanamke akupigia, how are you going to tell me wanakutaka kwani wanawake wanakutaka kwani unakaje? Came to ngoja nauliza hizi maswali. One time he just slapped me. Niligongwa. Ushaigongwa ukasikia ti kwa masikio. Yani that was the first slap. Niligongwa unasikia ti usikii masikio. Kwanza unafanya hivi. Irudi. And then I was like, hey, like I told you, this is who I am. This is my personality. Sindio? I talk, I ask, I laugh. I am like this.
You are happy.
Whether you like it or not, this is who I am. Sindio? Nitakuuliza. So I was like, baby, maybe niliuliza vibaya. I was like, alinigonga maybe nilimuuliza vibaya. Ama kwa nini nilimkasirisha? Ama amekuwa na siku mrefu job. Like, imagine all that slap had nothing to do with him. No blame on him. I started blaming myself. And I even told Suni, hey, nakumbuka kai. Mimi nikiomba, nikamwambia Suni to fast na uniombe. Ninaomba ni fast nisigongwe tena. Jumi ndio nilijigonga, si ndio? Remember praying and fasting that God, but it never that was the beginning of everything, right? So that it started that way
with a slap.
Kidogo, hata sikwambia mtu. Unajua, first of all, the shame. Unajua, you're a public figure. Sitaanguka mtihani, sianguki, sijaibishi. I'm not gonna tell nobody. Sitafanya any. My mom didn't know for the longest time. She did not. Sitaambia mtu, I was like, it is what it is. I was trying to work it the best way I knew how. Kuomba. So it got progress. It got to a point ananipiga mpaka ananipiga mpaka ananekelea magoti hivi kwa shingo, ananinyonga hivi. Alafu ananiambia kupiga, sija kupiga bado, and then he spits in my face too. I was like, how did it get to this? Unagongeshwa kwa ukuta, like unazimia, it was a lot.
And you're still not telling
anybody?
anybody?
I'm not telling no one. It's for my marriage to work. It's for me, and I'm like, I'll fix it. So it got to a point, nikasema, acha tuende kwa pastor. Tuone, mimi najua kanisa. Si tunaenda kwa pastor sisi wote, tukaenda kwa pastor. Tuongelesha mara ya kwanza. I don't know how that talk went, but it wasn't very helpful because it still happened again. So yeah, it happened again and again. And I think where it broke me, ni wakati tulienda kwa the same pastor. No mtu aliniambia, Kai, if you provoke him, he has all the right to hit you. And I was like, wow.
What's I think for me what's surprising is the fact that if at that point because I remember when she came out the first time and she told people through her YouTube page that my first marriage, that guy called Roy, was not working. People roasted her, and guys are like, y'all deserved it because you guys are trying to paint this happily ever after picture. But before that, guys, we need to be very, very cautious of the fact that is exactly what was happening. She was happy, she was flourishing, she was living. She thought she had married the love of her life at just 21 fucking years old. Like, yo. Okay, fine. So anyway, listen. Moral of the story is, so she's here saying that if you have neighbors and you can tell that your neighbor is being abused, go in, try and stop that. But the number of times Idah has said that I went back to that marriage, that's exactly why people just bat out of these situations, because you try to insert yourself, you try to go and help, you try to go and convince someone to leave, they still go back. So at the end of the day, you cannot convince someone to leave if they have not convinced themselves they want to leave an abusive space, an abusive marriage, anything that is just a toxic space. Like, someone needs to have had that pep talk with themselves, because when she decided to leave, she didn't even tell anyone. She's just like, me, I'm done by then, I'm gone. And the number of times she had said, me, I'm leaving, and she kept going back, she kept going back, she kept going back. Just goes to tell you why people actually try to bat out of these situations, because at times inakuwaga tricky unaenda kujiingiza hapo, alafu someone just turns the whole thing against you, and it's just like, you're trying to wreck my home, you're trying to wreck my space. And in fact, she even said, like, I didn't tell my friends this because probably some of them would have told me, what the hell are you still doing there? And she had not yet gathered the strength, because 1, the shame, and then 2, religion, and then 3, the fact that she had already moved from a broken home previously. Like, her mom was going through the same type of circumstance, and she was just like, you know what, this can never be me. Like, I have to make sure that my marriage is working. And then 4, it is just that thing of feeling like, I need to stick this shit out. Whether I'm being, like, she's been beaten until she's passing out, she's fainting. It was just very, very messy, very, very murky. And that is why I'm just saying, like, a lot of these public figures, guys, whatever y'all be seeing online here, please do not believe everything you people see. Because most of the time, people are just posting like 2% of their lives, and then 98% is not half as rosy and cozy and woozy as most of you want to assume. You just, they're thinking, oh my God, these people are so happy, these people are doing this, these people are doing that. So zingine kwa kweli, nakwaga tu ni kuteseka, but then people still want to mask it and hide it behind closed doors. So yeah, that's what she said. She's left. She said, now I'm happy. I don't know how her second marriage is going, because she when she left, by then she went to the States, and in 2018 she announced that I'm again married to some other guy. So she didn't really talk about that. But let me know what your thoughts are on this whole story in the comment section down below. Do subscribe. Alafu hit that bell there. That's the notification bell, so that you don't miss when we post and upload. And I love you for watching. Thanks so much. I will definitely see you again in the next brew.